Hi there, it's Sunday the 23rd of April 2017. This is Andy Rowe on trendfollower.co.uk, and in this video I'm going to have a look at the different asset classes that I like to follow and see whether I want to be in them or out of them. Now, quick disclaimer just to give a little warning, I'm not a financial advisor, so if what you're after is financial advice, please go elsewhere. This video is just about what I do and it's for your entertainment only. Now, if you want to know more about my system, please do have a look at the website and find the page that says how does this work, and sign up to find a video of my trading approach. So I won't go over it in detail here, but I'm going to launch straight into the first area of asset allocation I like to look at, and that's shares. And I use the Fundsmith Equity Unit Trust to get exposure to shares. And as you can see, this weekly graph is doing fine. Past few weeks it's been falling a little bit, so that's not great, but it's well above the MA52, the average for the year, so I'm quite happy to stay invested. Remember, I exit the asset if the price closes below the average for the past year, but at the moment it's above it, so I'm staying invested in shares. Now, the next asset is property, and I divide my property investment into two halves. The first one I put with TR Property Investment Trust, and this is doing fine. This last week it's been rising, so it's risen up above this previous high, which to me is a good sign. So you can see where I got invested when it came up above the MA52 here. I'm going to stay invested, so that's great. Now, the other section of my property investment I put with the iShares ETF of UK property, and this has been doing very well, but this last week just fell back a little bit, but again, quite happy to stay invested in property. Now, the front cover of this video shows the cover of Money Week, suggesting that house prices may well fall, may well plummet as credit dries up. Of course, that is a possibility. I don't actually try and go with what people are predicting. I try and go with where the prices are, so I'm a trend follower. So whilst prices are up above the average for the past year, I'm happy to stay invested, and I'll stay invested until that changes. So let's have a look at gold, and I use the ETF physical gold PHGP to decide whether to be exposed to gold or not. It's fallen back a bit this week, but it is above the MA52, so I'm again quite happy to stay invested in gold. For commodities, I use the City Natural Resources High Yield Trust to get exposure to commodities. This had fallen quite a bit, it's bounced back up. Now, this last week it's fallen a bit, so it is above the MA52, so I'm going to stay invested. But what will next week bring, I wonder. Maybe I'll be exiting this trade, we'll see. Bonds, I use three different ETFs for exposure to bonds, one denominated in British pounds, one in euros, and one in US dollars. They're all through iShares. I don't trade them, I don't go in and out of the ETFs because they kind of cross over their average for the year far too often to make it worthwhile. So I hold them, and I have a bit of currency exposure by having three different currencies. So there we go. What do I have to do this week? Well, nothing. I'm staying invested in shares. I'm staying invested in both of the property funds. Gold, again, the green light, stay invested there. Commodities, still a green light, stay invested, but what will next week bring? Bonds, I stay invested in bonds. So nothing for me to do this week, so nice and easy. So thanks for watching. I'll do another video next week. If you haven't been to my website and have a look at the revamped website, please do have a look at trendfollower.co.uk. That's my blog. So thanks for watching. Hope you find it interesting, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye for now.